though. There's a couple of center backs out there I wouldn't mind taking a look at. Laporte is another young one. I've mentioned him a couple of times. He is an outstanding young center back. I just don't know that he can be had just yet. If you want to go young for a striker and keep developing somebody, Adebayor from Palermo. He's a young Argentinian striker, and I know I'm slaughtering his name. I don't want to take the time to look it up.
They're terrible this year, though, aren't they?
Yeah, but if anybody's going to score,
I don't know anything about him, so I don't know.
I think it's a striker. I think midfield we're okay. And Schneiderlin, why not? You need somebody to drive the ball forward, and Schneiderlin is obviously the best player for this system.
You're not in the Jared and Shaqiri camp, are you? Or what did I hear this week? Jean Matinho again. I was like, oh,
no, that's not going to happen.
Striker and a defender, and then work on what you've got, and then try and do something transformational if you can. And I think, Anybody? I mean, we don't need another winger. We need to offload midfielders and wingers, right? And we need a defender. I think for a good sort of roster supportive purposes, just to have some depth, right?
Yeah.
And we obviously need strikers. That's well categorized, and that is something that you can do in transformational in the winter break anyway. So
and like I said, I don't know that there's going to be a whole lot going on in January. I think this is going to be mainly a summer attack type thing, and I with the stadium coming up, it makes you wonder how incredibly active we're going to be, but I think a lot of it just depends on where we fall on the table, man. If we somehow nick top 4 with all these other teams, it's not going to be because we played great. It's going to be because all these other teams struggled to the point that we actually fell into top 4. Let's get that straight.
All right,
but if that happens, the money for Champions League is astronomical. Yes, we can afford to do that and build a stadium. Spurs Poet next. If you guys are not following the Spurs Poet, you need to be following the Spurs Poet, and that is at the Spurs Poet. Interested to hear back on our views on promoting Yedlin as a winger rather than a fullback.
All for it.
Yep.
All for it. I just don't think that he. I don't know. I mean, unless he could be like an Ashley Cole type player, but I don't know. He's got such incredible speed, and I remember him. I mean, I was at the World Cup, and he actually provides pretty darn good service. So I think of a. I don't know, he's not a Bale, obviously, but he has Bale speed. He's just so I think he could be. I think he's a very versatile player.
I think he's a younger, faster, and skillfully better version of Aaron Lennon.
Well, that's what I was thinking that as you were I was just thinking the exact same thing. And then what he has physicality. He has a defender mentality, right, of creating. Being physical and creating space by using his body and protecting the ball. So I could see that easily. I really do. I'm genuinely excited about him being here and could be somewhat of a versatile player for us.
So if you guys are out there and you want to ask a question, get our views on things. I mean, it's pretty simplistic, and we're probably not spitting out any answers that everybody else isn't thinking about. But if you're looking for some kind of confirmation from two idiots sitting behind microphones, that would be Sam and Ken from Hotspur America. Yeah, hit us up, man.
Any shout outs? I had a couple. I think I had.
Do it.
One guy, where was he? Oh, it was a good feed too. I think there's a good handful of feeds that people should follow. I ran into this guy at Hotspur Coverage, which seems very timely.
Yep.
So much as just good quality information and getting it timely. And so follow him at Hotspur Coverage on Twitter. Thought he was good. I want to circle back to something that we talked about or we mentioned last week that we probably didn't expound upon, and we keep on saying this. Look, we're here for the U.S. Spurs support. We're here to learn. We're here to express our love for the club, and we're here to share it and hopefully give other people reason to support Spurs if they're looking for a club. And one guy that is looking for a club, which was the genesis of the hashtag the snake for Spurs.
Corby Davidson.
Corby Davidson, who is a radio personality of the Sports Radio 1310 Ticket. And I actually kind of know him. I don't think that he recognizes that we actually went to school together at TCU. He's either a year younger or a year older. Anyway, he's just an incredibly entertaining guy if you don't know him. And he's at Corby Davidson. And I have sort of made it the cast's lifelong mission to get him, because he's in the process, and I think he finishes it this year, of choosing a club. And I think he has a little bit of self-loathing in him, which makes, I think, him perfect to be a Tottenham supporter. So
if he's a long-suffering fan of anything Dallas, I mean, he may as well become part of the Dallas Spurs.
He's an Oklahoma fan. and I think at that station, I think Sports Sturm's Liverpool. I think Dunham is Arsenal. He's absolutely not going to be Arsenal. I know that. So if we get any help from anybody on Twitter, it's hashtag the snake for Spurs, and we would love it for you just to tweet him and give him reasons. Somebody on the Dallas page gave us top 10 reasons, and I've still got to Twitterize those, if you will. But we want to be encouraging of others, and it would be great. We want to have somewhat celebrity, notable people, and he's serving them in our local community.
We need to try to to get him on. I bet you we could put him over the top if he would just give us a few minutes.
Oh my God, he's so funny. He's hilarious. And that's kind of. I think that's kind of all I had. Charlie Parrish, all the guys that have followed us. We've had a great 2 weeks with lots of stuff to talk about. But we've had some great followers and some good developments. And I'm excited for the future, Kenny.
I know, man. I am too. And like I said, when I look at the scouting and I look at the behind the scenes stuff that's going on, not just because I see talent on the pitch. I'm looking at other teams, and other teams are struggling. They're bringing in talent, but it's still the same old status quo. Liverpool is a prime example. Everybody thought Brendan Rodgers was a freaking genius. Oh, he adjusts his system to who he's playing, blah, blah, blah. You know what? Bullshit. That was a one-man friggin' team. That was a one-man team.
I would agree. Look, we're just very lucky. I mean, I'm glad that we are this shit relative to the rest of everybody else being shit for the most part. We were talking about last week, we gave the points for, Meunier, the Scum, and Everton, and all these, Liverpool included, and we said, where do you think Spurs would be? And we said second or third, and we're right there with them. So, still a chance, 3 points off fourth, and
2.
We got Thursday. Partizan at home,
Yep, Partizan at home, 2 p.m. Central on Thanksgiving Day.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think you're going to get you're not going to get a star-studded. Well, not that we have stars, but you're not going to get our best lineup out of that one with an Everton fixture, 4 days away.
No, especially with getting the win against Asteris. I think if they can just make a point.
This win, is it? I suppose that. Well, we could use it, right? We could use a draw. Is a draw a pretty good result here? I think in our table.
Yeah, and if you get a draw, you've locked up second. You really want to be first. If you go ahead and get the win, I'm telling you, when it comes around to play Besiktas again, you send the youth team. Don't even send a senior member. I wouldn't even do it.
Yeah, so probably don't need to spend a whole lot of time on that, but we'll certainly be chatting about that next Sunday. What else?
Following that, Everton at White Hart Lane Sunday, 10 a.m. on the 30th. And Adebayor is a punk because he thinks he's hoaxed with JUJU from Mommy. He's got mommy issues. I don't know.
Well, maybe just for U.S. supporters, if you don't know what Spursy is, Spursy would be defined by Villa win. Our win today was a bit of a win. Spursy is losing to Stoke at home, who then goes on to lose to Burnley.
Yeah.
There's just a lot of Spursy things. I remember one of the other podcasts, I can't remember who it was, Love the Shirt or something. It was a good one. And they just said, striker out of form, all you need is Tottenham. Haven't had a win in 6 games, all you need is Tottenham. And those things are all very
Spursy is Murphy's Law for football. That's what it is. It's Murphy's Law for football.
Spursy extends from, as I say, a culturally ill organization, which I long for the day that we can be healthy again. So.
Yep.
All right, that's all I've got. You?
I'm done, bro. We are completely freaking out of time.
Kenny, get in there, son.
I'm in, baby. And for the rest of you guys, be kind to one another. Unless that other jackass is wearing red.